Good morning, Carmine with Bedhead Fitness. Another fantastic morning, another great way to start the day. So I hope you're joining me. Today's workout is going to be a smart circuit that's going to focus on the full body as always. It's going to meet the criteria of high intensity interval training, depending on how you modify your exercises. It is designed for all fitness levels. I have a nice little golden doodle visiting me here. So hopefully he'll be cooperative during the workout. It will be 3 exercises that you can chain together and in order to make this a 20-minute of moderate, at least moderate intensity for exercise. Moderate to highly intense would be perfect. If you are able to make it up to that 20 minutes, stretch it out to 30 or 40. The reason that we're doing these so early in the day is because it is the least complicated time of the day, and it gives us our best opportunity to take care of ourselves before we're taking care of other people and other parts of our lives. So the first motion that we're going to do is going to be a walking plank. So a walking plank is a way for moving from standing position to the ground. I'm going to add a push-up to my version of it, but essentially it really is focused on using just a very good plank and using a wide stance to sort of walk yourself up to a standing position. It's a method of get up. It's actually how one of the ways that babies learn to get up. So it's a very natural movement, and it does fall into the functional movement category. From there, I'm going to go use this plank position once again. And the beauty of the plank is that it is such an effective and balanced way of tackling all the muscles of your core. And that means not only your abs, but your lower back and your side waist as well. So I'm going to do a scissor jump version, but there's also a much more moderate version in which you just do walkout planks. And in our third exercise, since we have drawn our core into matters, and I like to add into a small muscle group, we'll do a tricep extension. So I still am working with just our 10-pound dumbbell here. And because I just have the 10-pound dumbbell here, today I'm going to do the tricep extension with just one arm at a time. I'll show you how to use it with 2 arms at a time. And if you have multiple dumbbells at home, if you started to set yourself up with a home gym, then it's less of an issue. But I'm just trying to show you how simple it can be and how little you can get away with. And officially, when I'm done with my first circuit, I've already trained my triceps, so I really don't have to worry about that much. I could just do the last movement as a leg lift or a scissoring leg lift. Those would be the options. So I'm going to get it started into the movement, and what you'll see me in initially is just a very wide stance. So working from my wide stance here, whether I have straight legs or gently bent legs, I'm going to reach towards the ground, touch the ground, walk out until I establish a perfectly straight body position. And then from that straight body position, I'm going to lower into a push-up. And then again, walk myself back up. I'm keeping my legs pretty straight to work on my hamstring flexibility. And I come up and reach to full posture. That reaching point is important because most people have poor posture. And it's a very good way of working on your posture. So walking back up. And if you're noticing my dog's butt, I'm coming to more of a narrow hand position to work my triceps more. So up, reach, walk, narrow hands. My elbows are gliding right next to my body. Back up, reach, back to the ground, walking out, and then into the push-up. So I'm just demonstrating. I'm not doing a full set, but that would be your first movement. Getting up, if you're able to utilize a wide stance, that's one of the easier ways to get up and down. So if you struggle with it because of joint problems or because of weight, that's one of the ways to get up and down. That's a little bit less troublesome. So now we take that same plank that you were in, and we're going to make it a shoulder width plank, and we're just in a very straight body position. Now from here, it'll be difficult to see, but I'm going to move my legs out in a scissor. So I jump to my feet are wider than my hands, and then I come back to the center. Now a more gentle version would just be walking one foot out, walking the other foot out, and then walking them back in. But this workout's for me as well, so I'm going to make the toughest version. So what I'm going to do is a push-up, a scissor jump, and then another push-up. So I push up, I scissor, push up, scissor, push up, scissor, push up, scissor. Keeping a very good plank, keeping my glutes tight, keeping a straight body position, and using my entire body together. Again, your version would be maintaining this plank, walking out, walking in. And if you're earlier on with things, you might still be in your elbow plank and just holding, and you can walk out and walk in the elbow plank. Or you can just hold your planks until you improve at those. So our third exercise is going to be our tricep extension. So a lot of core is used in those jumping scissor exercises, and I'm about to probably get a face bath, so enjoy watching that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a leg lift position. I'm going to relax back. I'm going to pause and get rid of the dog for just a second. Sorry, I like to let him stay for the workouts until it just becomes impossible. I think he's fun to have around. So, here, I'm laying down on the ground with the 10 pounds. I create my leg lift. I take my elbows directly over my shoulders. I lower towards my head. And then I extend back up. So I'm maintaining a leg lift. My elbows stay directly over my shoulder. And I'm doing my tricep extension. Now this is a light weight for me. So I can keep one hand down. And do one arm at a time. If my back starts to strain from the leg lift, I can draw the legs closer to me, and that will keep my core engaged. But put less stress on the lower back. Or, if I get completely fatigued, I let my feet come down. So, your goal here is to maintain your leg lift. I always start my leg lift, this is a good tip. I always start my leg lift with my legs as high up as possible, And then I lower until I feel good waist tension, but not too much back tension. Now these are opposing stabilizing muscle groups, so one works, the other works. So when you do work your abs, you should feel your lower back to a certain extent. But one side shouldn't dominate the other. That's the sign of an imbalance or the sign of incorrect form or a bad position. So when I start my leg lift, and I'm going to show you more upper body than lower body here, and I have my head up as well. I start way up here. I have a gentle bend to my legs, so it's not too much hip flexor. And I lower until I feel my stomach tight. But if I go too far, then I feel my lower back. So I'm going to start up here and say, wow, that's where my abs are engaged. That's where I'm going to start. And then for that reason, that's where I would also start my tricep extension. So 3 exercises. A walking plank with a narrow push-up if you want. From a plank position, either a scissor jump or a walk-in plank. And then third, working from a leg lift position, working your tricep extension. And if you have the right amount of weight, you can just use a single dumbbell. You're just simply doing a tricep extension. They also call them nose breakers and things like that. But your form with your tricep extension is generally to have your elbow directly over your shoulder and extending your hand directly away from you. So just picture that from a laying down position. So I don't want to move my elbow as I extend. I want my elbow to stay in the same place and have my hand extend away from my body. So that's it for your smart circuit for today. It takes care of full body. You will get breathless. You will feel quite exhausted. You should be ready with within 30 minutes of the workout with a good supply of protein. And remember to repeat the circuit and, well, first of all, to do each exercise and each modification of an exercise in a way that challenges you and to a number of repetition which causes a good challenge for you. Perhaps moving towards exhaustion as you get more comfortable with that. As you're working out more and more, your body will put out more chemicals that make it feel good to challenge yourself. You won't just feel the lactic acid. You won't just feel the soreness from pre-arthritis or inflamed joints or tendonitis. You'll start to feel good things as well. And that'll allow you to challenge yourself a little bit more. So you intensify each of exercise within each circuit. That increases the length of the whole circuit, and then repeat the circuit. And ideally, you need to repeat the circuit on a daily basis. That means almost 7 days a week, maybe missing one day here and there. Almost 7 days a week. And science has showed that that's a great format for working out as long as you're hitting at least that 20-minute mark. And the way the exercise I throw together for you, they take care of your full body in a way that is extremely balanced. And as long as you don't just choose to do only one of these circuits, that you use several of them. Hopefully you use the daily circuit, but you're using enough of them that there's diversity. Then I can promise you that you'll have good balance of strength front to back. You'll have good core strength. Your posture will improve. Your dynamic flexibility will improve. And with the right nutrition, your strength and bone density will improve as well. So in order for me to make better and better videos, please take the time to hit the like button. If this has been helpful to you in any way, please share it with someone. The more the merrier. We do need to create a community with this workout in order for it to be effective and for me to continue to take the time to do it, because as you can see, I am up way before dawn in order to make this happen. And comment, please. your input, your feedback on questions about the exercise, questions about why are we doing what, suggestions. If you want to challenge my ideas, I'm open to that. I have a fantastic education in the field of training and strength and conditioning, as well as fitness nutrition. However, I don't know it all. I learn new things every day, and I learn it from sharing information from people like you. So please, let's have your comments. So please comment on the video as well. So hopefully you'll do a great job. I'm glad that you're here looking at the Smart Circuit. Please start incorporating it into your life if you do have fitness goals. It will help you in all aspects of your life. And have a great fitness day. Thanks. Carmine.